Welcome to Theology of Christian Permaculture. My name is Sean, and today we're going to continue with going in depth with the first of the eight ideas on why we need a theology of Christian permaculture, agriculture, ecology, and things like that. And that first idea is because the Bible is written in the context of an agrarian or an agricultural society. So in 2 Kings 18:21, Assyria is about to lay siege to the southern kingdom of Judah. Israel was split into two after David's son Solomon's reign, and it was the northern kingdom, which it was called the northern kingdom Israel, and then the southern kingdom Judah. The northern kingdom has already fell and has been taken captive to Assyria, and so the commander of the Assyrians is outside of Judah and just saying boastful things, saying that there's no point trying to avoid this. We are going to capture you. Look at all the nations we've conquered before this. Our king has said that we're going to take care of you, and you're going to be take care of you, not like good way, taking care of you bad way, and take you captive to our land. So there's no point avoiding it. And above all things, do not trust in that broken reed Egypt. Egypt was at one time the superpower of the world. It's in its decline. Its power, its glory is waning. And, it's interesting, this illustration, a reed, this is agricultural. It can be used for a lot of things, maybe not necessarily for food, but it can be used for, certain types. It could be used for building, could be used for making walking sticks, and I think that's really maybe the idea here is it's more of something that you lean on for support, and that this is a broken reed. So you lean on this broken reed, you can end up hurting yourself. And so, it ends up that the commander of the Assyrians is wrong, not about Egypt, but he's wrong about taking Judah captive at this point in time. Actually, they're not going to at all. They're going to be Judah is going to be spared for maybe another 70 to 100 years until the Babylonians come in and in three parts, take Judah captive to Babylon. And so with the way that the world is right now, we have the what's going on in Ukraine, and there's a lot of talk on how support should be given. Should it be given through soldiers? Should it just be given through equipment and arms? What should be done? And we're not going to dive into depth or at all really about any of the background or what what should be done. But we are going to say that this is instructive, that there is always a cost to deliverance. There's always a cost when it comes to deliverance from oppression or aggression. And there's billions of dollars of arms being sent there right now. I highly doubt that doesn't come without a cost. I don't believe that those things are sent purely out of benevolence. Maybe I just think that the sin nature of humanity and the way that money works, I just have my doubts about it. But it's interesting because in this same passage, the commander of the Syrians, as he's talking all this and he's getting ready to lay siege to Judah, there's a rumor that comes to him, and it causes him to leave and to go back to Assyria without laying siege to Judah. And then he ends up being killed there. And so, it's a long time, and they don't come back, and then their kingdom ends up being superseded by the Babylonians, captured and overtaken by the Babylonians. So the thought is that many times deliverance from aggression and oppression comes from unlikely sources. And in this case, in this biblical example, it came from a rumor that caused the invading army to return back to the homeland. And, maybe that's something that we need to be thinking about and praying about, is that, that's a more peaceful solution than, arming and continuing destruction. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to make much comment or anything on that, but we do know that there are people that are, have lost their lives on both sides. There are people whose homes are in rubble, whose cities do not look like what they ever did before. And so, with that said, is that there's people losing their lives. And as people are losing, they're losing their lives, they're losing their homes. What they had before is gone. Everything's in rubble. And so, maybe God will bring his a sense of deliverance from the aggression, oppression through uh, just a rumor. But until then, may God bless you, beloved of the Lord. May these things be on our mind. May we pray for peace in all conflicts that take place in our world. But as this one is in the forefront, may we continue to pray for this, and may God be radiant toward you. May he cause his face to shine upon you, and may he give you peace. God bless you, beloved.